Hello class, Mr. Garino here. Going to get you started on our second cycle big project of making a PowerPoint slideshow to sell a complete computer system to some prospective customer for your fictitious, or what you hope to be maybe, computer company. Okay, the first thing I want you to do is make sure you have a folder where you can save everything to. Now I'm at home connected to my computer at school with a program called LogMeIn. Once I show you this, then I'm going to just basically use my laptop from then on with all the other videos that you're going to need to make to complete this project. Okay, so what I always do is I click Start, I go to Computer, I don't go to Documents, because when I go to Documents, it doesn't always go to my Z drive because I have some other drives that I use on my computer. Well, for you guys, you might think, well, we can just click Documents, it always works. Well, the fact is it doesn't always work. Sometimes when you click Documents, I should say most of the times when you click Documents, it does go to your mapped folder on our server. But when the times that happens that it doesn't go there, you may save things to some place we don't even know where it's getting saved, and then when you try and get it the next day, you can't. So that's a problem. So the safest way is you go to Computer, you double click your Z drive, and that's a drive that gets automatically mapped to our server with your student ID name. Mine, of course, says, Sorry about that little pop-up. I think I've got it to not come up again. I hope. Alright, so we have my name, and then it says HBOE12, home $, faculty. You guys are going to have your student ID and something similar to that, maybe even the same, except instead of faculty, it'll say students. And what happens is it maps it with the last letter in the alphabet, the first thing that you connect to, and goes down from there. It can't use A because A is already the floppy drive, and C is the hard drive. So rather than starting with the beginning of the alphabet, Windows XP starts with or Windows 7 starts with the last letter in the alphabet. And they started doing that with Windows XP because prior to that, Windows versions, they used to have problems all the time with mapped drives and letters that were already used. Usually people don't have 26 different hard drives to their computer, so Z should be available. So it starts off with the Z drive, and I usually refer to your Documents folder as the Z drive, because that's how I always think about it. So again, we went to Start, Computer, and then we double click our Z drive, and that gives us to all of our documents. And if you're wondering why I go through such great length to do this, because I know that we sometimes have problems, and I don't want any of my students losing all their work because they've been saving it someplace that's not the right place, and then one day it disappears and we can't get anything back. So I went through this in the beginning of the year, and because I did, you should all have, so really I'm just reiterating now, you should all have a folder called Your Name Hardware, which I have Mr. G Hardware. But since we're doing a big project now with all kinds of files that we're going to save, I would like you to have a new folder inside here. So we're going to make a new folder, and we're going to call it Your Name. So for me, Mr. G, and then we're going to call it New PC System. So all the files I work on for this project, I'm going to save to my Mr. G New PC System folder. All my pictures, if I need to create a Word document, an Excel document, a Photoshop document to edit my picture, obviously a PowerPoint slideshow document or file, all those things are going to be saved inside this folder. So that's how you make a new folder. Make sure you do it the right way and the safe way. Once you have that, everything gets saved into that. From now on, for the rest of this project, I'm actually not going to be doing it that way, even though you guys are, because I don't feel like staying connected to my computer at school. I'm going to do everything on my home computer, so I'll create a little folder like this on my hard drive on my laptop and work on it from there. So make sure you create this folder to begin with. That's the first step, and that's a big part of it for safety. Thank you.